Hey guys, welcome to the live. Good afternoon, Cali time. It's 1 something over here. Make sure you check in, let us know where you're watching from. Hey, I see my nail sisters are already in here. So yeah, y'all. So I did some forms using my left hand. You guys know I don't like to record myself doing my left hand on using my left hand on camera because it's not an easy process and it takes forever and I look stupid. I look stupid most of the time doing it. So I did this hand first off camera, but I did record the process. So look out later for that video. But I still have to do this hand using my right hand, so it should go by much quicker. But welcome to the live, y'all. Make sure you share, please share, and also don't forget to comment where you're watching from. Give me 1 second to share the live, and then I'm going to get started for you guys. Show you guys my acrylic marble process. So I already started, and I don't like I didn't like how they came out so far. So I'm going to try a kind of a different technique on my other hand. But welcome. Thank you guys so much for checking in. You guys know when I hit 200 to 250 followers or watchers at a time that I allow you guys to share your pages if you are a nail tech or if you are you cut grass, you fix cars, you got an acrylic line, you make chocolate. I really don't know or care, but make sure you let people know how to find you, how to get in touch with you, and your website, and all that good stuff. Plug yourself in. Hopefully you can get some followers from the people watching the live stream. So I'm gonna get started. So so I burned myself working on something non-nail related, and I actually was cooking, but I wasn't cooking food. Damn near burned the house down in the middle of the night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. It was not cool at all, and I didn't have a fire extinguisher. I was trying to put out the fire with salt, and the fire was too big. I ran out of salt, and I took the fire outside because I just did not want to burn the house down. So I took the fire outside, so I had to grab. Well, I really didn't have to. Once I took a nap and realized all I had to do was just close the fire up and just contain it, it would have went out, and I would have avoided all of the crazy shit that I went through. But so I took the fire outside and burned myself right here. It looks a lot worse than what it really is. It's really not as bad as it looks. It's just the way that I have to bandage my hand, because you can kind of see a little bit of the burn coming out this way, but the burn is like this, like that. So it's not my entire hand. My hand's not about to fall off or anything. But I don't want to get any acetone, alcohol, nail products, or anything like that on the process. So I'm good, y'all. I put the fire out. I did it by myself. Pat myself on the back because it was a really big fire, y'all. It was really big. And so people were telling me, oh my God, what happened to your hand? I was like, the small price to pay for being a dumbass, because everything that went wrong was all my fault. Now, I don't know if just one thing went wrong and I messed up, or like 10 different things went wrong. But I know when I was writing down the recipe in my notebook, I made a lot of new notes saying, do not do this, do not use this, do not, like, I tried to change something up that I had no business trying to do. So when I'm perfected and I'm able to showcase it to the world, I will give you guys the full story. Like, y'all, this is what I was doing when I damn near burned down the house. So here's how to do it, but you do not, make sure you don't do what I did. Damn near kill everybody in their sleep. But it's not gonna happen again, y'all. I promise. I know better now, and I know what I did wrong, and I'm going to definitely be a lot more careful, because things could have been so much worse. And I'm grateful, and that's why I'm able to I guess not make a huge deal out of it. because it should have been so much worse. And that's the crazy part, is all the stuff that happened as far as on the good side, me actually getting the fire out in the end. Yeah, all that stuff shouldn't happen. But everything's okay. Everybody's safe. And it's so crazy because I never take off my lashes, but they were bothering me and I took my lashes off. And I'm so glad that I took them off that morning. Otherwise, I would have like singed my face, because I really did have the fire in my face multiple times, but I definitely would have singed my face with those lashes on. So everything was just in divine order. And I have a scar now. Well, I will have a scar, a burn scar, and now I will be reminded, of business. But anyway, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you comment where you're watching from. I am just prepping my natural nails and removing any dead skin from my nail plate. I want to keep this set on. I always say this, but I want to keep this set on for a little bit of time, especially because when I do a soak off, I want to make sure that my burn is healed, so that if any acetone does get on it, I'm not dying. Because you guys already know how it feels when you dip your nails in acetone. You soak your nails in acetone and you have a cut or a scrape or something. It's the worst. So I'm going to show you guys the acrylic process, and then I'm going to do all of the filing at once. I don't want you guys coming on here talking mess about me. Y'all know how y'all get. Start talking mess about me. This is not the finished result of the nails, y'all. It's just the acrylic process. So I'm going to take a fine sanding band, and I'm going to just lightly etch the surface of my nail to remove any shine. This also blends my cuticles a little bit and helps to remove any dead skin that was there. Oil, so if you don't remove dead skin, then when it starts holding onto that oil and pushing up underneath the extension, then that causes lifting. So for my clients don't have a choice between their cuticles removed or not. Like most nail salons either just don't offer it or offer cuticle removal at an additional price. Most salons that I worked at charged anywhere from $7 to $10. But my services are all inclusive, meaning they include the gel polish. They remove all of the nail. They include all of the nail prep, meaning you don't have to pay extra for cuticle removal, because I'm going to do that every single time anyway. It's included in the price. And not only is it just a service to make the overall experience better for the client, because her nails will last longer, but also it makes it easier for you as a nail technician. When she comes back for a fill, she doesn't have all this lifting and more dead skin that you should remove. You shouldn't I don't think that you should give clients an option, because normally when you ask people if they want to spend more money, normally they say no. So don't give them the option. just go ahead and add that in there. All right, y'all. So I'm doing forms today. Forms by Coupa. I have another roll of forms. I just must have left it at home. So I'm going to start on my thumb. And the reason why I start on my thumb is because I'm going to start filing, obviously, when I'm done, right? So I need my thumb and my index finger to be dry. I don't want to do my thumb last and my thumb's wet, and then I have to wait for it to dry before I'm able to start filing. with their hands. So I'm going to start with my thumb and just work my way over to the pinky. Sometimes I don't even do my nails in order, especially when I'm not on video. When I'm not on video, y'all, I be doing my nails standing up. I be in the kitchen. I be at red lights with my with my portable e-file. So when I'm not on camera, I do the most. But yeah, back to what I was saying about the thumb. Do my thumb first. Since I'm on video, I'm going to do them all in order. Otherwise, I would do my thumb, and then I would do my index, just so those can be dry. Pinky, and then I'd go that way. I know, right? But so I'm gonna show you guys what I am using today as far as the colors go. So on this hand, you guys see all the colors, all my neons. There we go. Let me get my lighting together, y'all. Don't laugh at my socks if you see them. Okay, so you guys see I got the neons going, and I got the neon stars going, right? So we're releasing a new product. California Boutique is releasing a new product, which you know that is our sister store. That is C-Tones is acrylic. C-Tones is acrylic nail extensions. That's a nail system. But then California Boutique is all of our nail art. So all of our crystals, all of the glitters, the millions of glitters that we have, all of that is from California Boutique. So they're sister companies, but they're on the same website. At one point we had separate websites, and then we conjoined them again. But y'all know my mama is the nail art plug. But we do have separate Facebook pages. So mom has California Boutique, that's California with a K, and then there's C-Tones acrylic. But all of the nail art that you get from us is going to be coming from California Boutique. So this is not something new. It's just something that I've had. Mom gives me, like every time we get new glitters, mom gives me to showcase them or whatever. And a lot of times I don't get to it because we have so many glitters, y'all. I know for a fact we have more than 200 glitters. So we have so many glitters, and we're still inventorying them and taking pictures of them and all that good shit. So anyway, y'all, this is not on the website yet. Oh, womp womp, bummer, this stack. But if you decide today and for the next 24 hours, right, if you decide that you're going to buy a 400 gram of clear, this is our big see-through. Well, it's not our biggest see-through clear. We also have a pound. But this is our 400 gram. It's a little bit less than a pound. And then our bigger one than this is a pound and a half. But this is our 400 gram. And if you buy this weekend, make sure you check out the discount code. If you buy this weekend, and no, not this weekend. Yeah, this weekend, y'all. Fine, y'all can have it. This weekend to Monday, y'all. If you buy this 400 gram clear, we will add in this stack of, it's going to be full, y'all. I've been using these. But I'm going to add in this stack of stars. So you get your glow-in-the-dark stars, your neon stars, your holographic stars. And then you have at the bottom these neon stars that are like open, and you can place those on top of those. And you guys have seen me use these glow-in-the-dark stars before, but if you guys want all these separately, you can purchase them separately. They are on the website. But yeah, if you want the stack, 20 gram stack, that's 20 grams of 4 different glitters. That's a lot of glitter, y'all. So you get the star stack. So what I am using today as far as my colors go is I'm using this neon stack. And this neon stack, all these glow in the dark, and then it has a black at the bottom. The black glows in the dark as well. Here's the one that I'm using right now that has the black in the bottom. I put the black over to the side, but this neon stack does not have orange. So the orange neon, the stack that we have that does have orange is this one. So this is our 20 gram neon stack, and this is our 10 gram neon stack. So they all glow in the dark. These are actually the same colors. This one just doesn't include orange, and this one doesn't include black. So I like using the smaller ones because I get to put them all on my desk and they don't get in the way. And it's cute and convenient. This cute little stack. So I'm using the small ones, and then it also has orange. I want to use orange. And then black, it obviously doesn't come with black, so I'm using the black from the 20-gram neon stack. So these are both on the website as well. So that's just me showing you guys what I'm using before I get started. Otherwise, you guys are going to ask the whole time what I'm using. So I use these neon stars for this hand. You can see them underneath. Instead, I'm going to use these holographic stars. So pretty. So I'm going to use these holographic stars and the same colors that I used for this hand. But the design, the marble, the way I'm going to different. Alright, so I'm going to do each nail one at a time for y'all. I have 3 brushes off to the side in my brush cup. Because when I was using my left hand, you guys know my liquid to powder ratio is normally trash when I'm using my left hand, so my brushes always get dirtier, so I always have to use like 2 or 3 when I'm doing my left hand, especially when I'm doing marble. So I have all 3 of them soaking off to the side in my brush cup. Get a brush cup off of ctones.com. And I'm just going to move all this over, y'all. It's all to my left because I was using my left hand. But now that I'm on my right, just move it all over. Without spilling anything because y'all know how I am. And that's just all the color I was using earlier. But I'm going to switch to a fresh towel. A little bath towel. You could like 18 of these for $3 at Walmart. Okay, so I have this stained monomer, and then I have a little bit of, ooh, I'm spilling. Then I have some clear fresh monomer for when I'm encapsulating in clear. I'm all prepped, so I'm going to apply my primer. I'm going to use my number 17 brush, my bigger brush. Since y'all know my nails are going to be long, I'm going to bring them out to about a 3. Yeah, I need to move all of this because this is a lot. I just wanted you guys to see the colors that I was using. I'm probably going to use this space in the white to wipe my brush. Who knows, y'all? Okay, so my clear at the bottom doesn't have to be crystal clear because obviously it's at the bottom, so it doesn't matter which monomer that I use. I'm going to start at my apex area. And I want that bead to be as flat as possible so that my nail's not all super thick and I have a whole bunch of filing to do. So I'm using a thin wet bead to just start that clear base. And like I said, I'm going to bring them out to about a 3. Sorry, y'all. Find a space for my hand to sit comfortably. Also, another reason why you guys don't see me doing my thumb on camera, because I be holding it all stupid. Okay, so I'm going to put that brush off to the side, and then I'm going to grab my number 14. I'm gonna get a wet, really wet bead of clear and just deposit more liquid into it. Then I'm gonna get a bead of pink. Oop, drop that on there, wet bead. I'm gonna lightly tap into my black. And just swirl it around. So I'm sorry, it's the color of the forms that kind of make it a little bit hard to see. So I'm gonna start again. Very, very wet bead of clear. Wet bead of orange. Tap into my black. And just swirl that. Okay. Wet bead of clear. Same process. Doing some yellow. Wet bead. I'm gonna move that over there a little bit. Lightly tap into my black, like barely tap into my black because it's yellow and I don't want to mix too much in. I'm gonna grab another black bead if I need to. You don't have to. I just want a little bit more black in here. Okay, wet bead of clear, and that's my apex area, so it's okay for that to be a little bit on the thick side. And some black. Just gonna swirl that in there. Not going to put the clear down, but I'm just going to put a bead of blue, a little bit of black, swirl that together. Well, that's where we are so far. Grab some clear, set it right there. Now I'm going into my holographic stars, just picking up some. Kind of lining where the color stops. And I'm going to go back in with my clear and fill in that cuticle area and also encapsulate those stars. To encapsulate that design all the way down to the tip. And this brush is a size 14 that I'm using right now. just even out that cuticle area. Okay. Set that back into my cleaning solution, which is just monomer and a little bit of acetone. Oh, hey y'all, I see y'all in the comments. It says stars are not working. I don't know why stars aren't working. I'm sorry, guys. Well, sorry y'all. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll check out Facebook and see what's going on. But I'm sorry y'all. But thank you though. It really truly is a thought that counts. So thank you if you were thinking about sending me stars and you tried to and it didn't work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But a free way to support me is just share the live. And thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. And we're still above 200 viewers. So go ahead and drop your business pages, your Instagrams, YouTubes, Facebook, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is that you do, where you are. Plug yourself in. Maybe you can get yourself some followers and let people know, like I said, where you are, because there's no point in you telling everybody that you fix cars, but I'm in California and you're in Texas. So let everybody know where your business is. Have a website ready. Okay. I'll prime it. And I'm going to go in with my number 17. A big bead. It's going to be flat, so just patting that and pulling that down to about a 3. So thin layer of clear. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with my number 14, smaller brush. So I'm picking up smaller beads. Alright. Wet coat of clear. I'm going to dip into pink and orange and a dash of black. Put that on there. And if I'm leaving some negative space, like some clear spaces, that's cool. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in with my size 17, and that's what I'm going to use to do, to encapsulate with my see-through clear. And the clear is just going to fill in all those mountains and bumps. It's going to encapsulate and build up the body of the nail. I know it looks crazy from the top. I want to get some different color forms. Like the last two sets that I did, couldn't really see them well on camera because the colors that I this one is dry. Get that out the way. Okay. Apply some primer. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my number 14. And again, I'm going to start with my see-through clear. And this is my crooked nail, so a lot of times I add a lot more acrylic like to the side. I make it a thicker nail. That way when I'm filing and shaping it, it doesn't look all crazy like it has pieces missing. So I normally add a little bit of extra acrylic to this nail. I make it longer. I make the side walls wider. Okay, there goes the craziness, the madness. So first I'm going to encapsulate the stars just so that they don't move while I'm working. Let's get that cuticle area together. I'm gonna add a little bit more clear to the cuticle area, just a little bit. Okay, so I already told you guys why I make this one longer, because it's crooked and I have to do a lot of filing. But I also do my middle finger long because just as far as how it looks proportionally compared to the other nails. Yeah, I think I said that wrong again. Proportionately. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. Look, I need all the nails to look like they're the same length, even if they're not. So, because my middle finger kind of goes out longer, I don't want to make it the same length as the other ones, because since it goes out longer, it'll look shorter, if that makes sense, if it's the same length. So I make it a little bit longer so that it can truly tower over the other extensions the way that your natural nail does tower over your other nails. Okay, kind of put this on kind of weird though. Feels kind of weird. So make sure it's underneath my nail. Yeah, I just messed this one up. I'm just gonna do another one instead. I always always keep extra forms on deck. So if I'm doing 10 nails, I always have 11 or 12 forms ready. If I'm doing 5 nails, I always have 6 ready because I always mess one up. I mean, not every single time. Well, not every single time anymore. Maybe like every other maybe like every other time now. But I always just have extra forms on deck. And it does help sometimes to kind of pre-cut your forms. So just to take them off the roll, like they do have tape dispensers that are big enough for forms, but some of them are a little bit bulky and then you got to sit them on your desk. But if you're a nail tech like myself that doesn't use tips, then it would be efficient for you like to use. But I already have so much stuff on my desk, y'all. I don't need anything else on my desk. So what I do is I just take my forms once I get them and I cut about 100 off, just 100 individual ones, and then I just set them off to the side. And that way when I'm ready, they're not only are they not curved anymore from being on that roll, but I don't have to, rip them and risk ripping them off or ripping the form itself. Primer. Pull out my 14. No, I'm going to pull out my 17 actually. I'm going to pick up a big bead, but because my brush is so big, my bead is still wet. Normally when you pick up a bead, it's a little bit more dry because it's soaked up most of the liquid from the brush. But because this is a big brush, it just continues depositing liquid into the bead if you have enough liquid. But I want to make this first layer very flat. And I told you guys that I was taking them out to a 3. I'm really going to take this one out to almost 4.5, 5. Just so that I can see when I'm filing how much. I will have to shorten it, but I don't want to shorten it too much. So it's already going to be, so the rest of them are going to be a 3, right? 2.5, 3. So this one is going to be like 3.5, 4. So I'm going to pull it out to a 5 so that I have room for filing. I hope all that made sense. So this thin bead in the cuticle area, it doesn't act as a base coat because as you guys can see, on some of them, I'm not bringing the color all the way down. But it does help to put that coat there to start adding to the height of the cuticle area because I'm going to have to build that later anyway. And it also gives the stars a 3D effect when they're in between 2 layers of clear rather than just encapsulated under one. Okay, I'm gonna staying with this brush. And again, this is a number 17. really not too worried about encapsulating the very tip, since I'm going to end up filing that off anyway. So I'm just going to make sure that the body of the nail is all the same height. And when I look at it from this angle, like this, it should be a rainbow, right? So, let's see. I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe I'll show you on the next nail. Is this side, if you look at it from this angle, matter to me. But I will show you something a little bit more dramatic on the next nail. Just making sure my side walls are good so that they're not weak. Okay, so these neon colors, I can't remember exactly when they were released, y'all. I think they were released for Black Friday. These neon stacks, and I could have released them in June, but June, y'all know, June was just a hectic moment in time for us Black folks. But for Pride Month, I wanted to release something, and then I felt like I kind of just missed the ball on releasing it on time, but I still felt like, I always do collections to go towards things that I believe in, or to go towards things that we see often and oftentimes kind of turn a blind eye. Collection. I did not expect to get such terrible backlash from my own people, but I did get a lot of backlash. But I didn't take the collection down, well, until it sold out. But I didn't take the collection down even with all of the backlash, because regardless of how other people feel about my place in the BLM movement, or just the movement towards justice for Black people, it meant something to me. So to take it down because of backlash, I felt would have shown that it wasn't that important to me. Like, people's opinions were more important to me than my stance on the situation. And I'm allowed to name colors and name collections whatever I want to name them, based on how I feel about certain things. And I don't think anybody should be allowed to question me on my position in the fight against the plight of Black people. Like, I'm Black, so I get that all skin folk and kinfolk. But at the end of the day, I enjoy. It's a creative outlet for me, creating collections, acrylic colors and acrylic collections that. Sorry, y'all, I messed up another form. That represent things that mean something to me. So I didn't release these Pride collections in June for Pride Month, but I did release them way later in November, but with the same names that I intended on releasing them as. I know that in my household, and with my children, well, a little background about me is I was raised Baptist, so I understand the Christian perspective of homosexuality and their perspective of the LGBT community. So I kind of understand. A lot of us grew up intolerant, and we grew up in households where it was okay to say negative things about homosexuals or bisexuals. And it was okay to kind of, look at them as if they weren't human, in a sense. and the way that they look at black people. So I grew up around that, but I never adopted that intolerance, and I never will. I can't. I want my children to be tolerant of other people's lifestyles and other people's lives. I understand that if that's not for them, that's okay, but it doesn't mean that it's okay to be homophobic or a bully. I just don't feel like I don't feel like they deserve that. I don't feel like anybody deserves that. So I wouldn't want my children to feel like they were better than the homosexual community, the LGBT community. And I would never want them to look down on or shame or y'all, it's a new era. I'm sorry. So for me personally, I practice tolerance and I practice acceptance because the most are homosexual or even had homosexual experiences. Like, that's not my business what you do when you close your bedroom door. So for me personally, I do see the struggle, and I do have friends that are in the LGBT, the trans community. There's a war against them, just like there's a war against black people. And if I'm really, a Christian, which I don't consider myself, but that's how I was raised, I just don't feel like if Jesus was here, he'd be in these people's faces, throwing stones at them and telling them that they need to go to hell. And I don't believe in loving people that way. I don't think I don't think condemnation is love. So all that to say that the LGBT plight does mean something to me, and I do enjoy being involved in understanding something that I'm not personally a part of, but I do want to understand it, and I do support their fight. I do support their plight. I don't feel like people deserve to be killed or bullied based on their sexuality, but that's how I feel, and that's how I would hope that my children feel. That's what I'm teaching them. So to turn a blind eye to the plight of the LGBT community, for me, is the same thing as when I feel upset about white people watching the injustices and the killings and lynching. One thing, yeah, it's cool if you're not racist, but silence is compliance. So for me to be silent in another plight, it wouldn't make sense to be fighting so hard for what I'm doing and who I am if I didn't feel like the fight applied to everybody who was being killed unjustly. So that's just how I feel about it. So I totally understand. I understand how other people feel, and how other people feel about the names of my collections and X, Y, and Z. But just remember that this is a creative outlet for me. I'm not behind the chair anymore. I'm not behind the nail desk anymore. I am an acrylic supplier. I enjoy making these colors, and I enjoy teaching and all that good stuff. But a part of this is just me. It's me being creative, me having an outlet, and me showing the people around me that I love them. All of my siblings have colors named after them. So it's not just, something's happening right now, so let me launch a collection. And if something is going on or something has happened and it resonates with me, naturally I'm going to express it in my art, which now is acrylic color creating. So I also don't feel like I needed to had to give anybody an explanation about doing a Black Lives Matter collection, and I don't feel like I did. I'm just telling you guys how I felt about it and why the collection came about. I wouldn't even give Trump the satisfaction of an FDT collection, but I have put FDT in the background of my red, white, and blue videos. So, little small things. My powder's a little dry. So, yeah, all that to say is that one of these collections is a pride collection, or I believe both of them are, but I know one of them are. I know one of them is for sure. But if you type in pride on the website, yeah, you'll find one or both of these collections. Or if you type in neon. But this collection was created in honor of the LGBT community. And I know I was late, but it happens. And I'm always proud of myself. I know sometimes I do things or say things that other people may not agree with or understand where I'm coming from, or sometimes my delivery just be really harsh. But no, I do these things and I create with my heart. God gave me my talents, not for me, but for everybody, for me to share with everybody. So, and that includes the community that I was raised to not accept. There are so many people out here who were raised to not like black people, not because just, their family had rough history with black people or anything like that. They were just raised. It's never too late to change. I'm not making excuses, especially for racism. But just because you were raised a certain way doesn't mean you have to stay that way, good and bad. This brush that I'm using, I'm still using my number 17. Normally I switch to a smaller brush for the marble part. Uh-oh. That was really wet. But yeah, normally I switch to a smaller brush for the marble part. But I'm just gonna get it all done with this one. So I don't really care about getting a little bit of powder in my clear because I always have a clear for encapsulation and, well, encapsulation and base is what I call it. And then I have a clear for like clear, crystal clear nails. Somebody wants negative space, X, Y, and Z. Just to keep them apart. A little stack together. Make sure that there's no monomer on the rims. Y'all spilled a little bit of acrylic. It's actually inside. Just make sure you don't get any monomer on the rim, or else you can fuse your container shut and not have access to one or more colors, which has literally happened to me. This is the 10 grams. These are the 10 grams, and this is the 20 gram. 10 gram has an orange, and the 20 gram has black. Okay, y'all, so remember, these are not available on the site yet. This star pack of the neon stars, glow stars, holographic stars for like galaxies, and the stars cut out. These are not available on the website yet. This, all of these glitters are, if you want the 20 gram stack, then all this weekend, you have till this weekend, you got till Monday to purchase our 400 gram of see-through clear. Boom, bam, 400 grams, almost a pound. And then our size above this is 1.5 pounds. So if you buy the 400 gram, or if you buy the size above it, which is our 1.5 pound, this weekend, get this for free. Just add this to your cart. No coupon code necessary. No, you don't have to do nothing special. If we see this is in your cart, or the bigger one is in your cart, we will automatically include the star stack from California Boutique. Fingers, there goes some under there. And then the holographic stars, and you guys have seen me use the glow in the dark stars before. You guys just have never seen me use these, so maybe I'll use these next. One's at the bottom. Oh damn, y'all. Maybe I lied. Mom said the stack is on the website. No, Mom, are you talking about the stack? Is the stack on the website, or is the stack is not? That's my bad, y'all. I don't know how much it is. I don't even know when it got up there. I know I didn't put it up on the site, though. So if the stack is up, y'all, Mom put the stack up. So if you want to buy the stack by itself, then you can. But if you purchase the 400 gram clear or the 1.5 pound clear, we will give you that stack for free, that star stack for free this weekend only, y'all. So get to shopping. Okay, this one's still a little wet, but I need this out the way. And if you pinch your nails, like if you have a pinching tool, this would be the time to pinch your nail because it's getting warm and it's curing, but it's not all the way dry yet. This is my pinching tool from Amazon. I like the ones that are like tweezers. I don't like this one. But yeah, this is the pinching tool. It's not easy to use when you got long when you have long ass nails. It's not easy to use. I'm about to open it right now. I'm gonna try to. Okay, so boom. And then you would set it right there, lined up the nail, and then, but y'all get what I was saying with the pinching tool. So yeah, now it's time to file. Now that all my powders and glitters are closed, I'm going to start shaping. All right, y'all. So obviously this hand is shorter, but it needs to be since I'm walking around looking dumb. why it took this snail so long, but it was way longer than the rest of them. Crazy. Sorry, y'all. I keep switching my hand and just stretching my hand. It's not, it doesn't hurt. It's just uncomfortable. Okay, finally, I'm going to switch hands. I'm going to an 80 grit hand file. Now, I will say that shaping and filing with my, hand filing with my left hand is not as hard as laying acrylic with my left hand, especially when it comes to farms. I'm going to have like a pretty easy shaping and filing process because I really don't have extensive filing to do or like angled filing to do because these are forms and the nail is straight. Whereas with tips that curve, your filing technique has to be a lot different, and you got to turn your hand all types of ways to accommodate the curve and X, Y, and Z. So forms, it may take a little bit longer as far as the application process, but the shaping process, I mean, it's still going to take long when you're using your non-dominant hand, but it shouldn't be as bad when you're shaping sculpted nails. When I'm filing with my left, or if I'm doing anything with my left hand, I tend to do it closer to my face or in my lap. to keep the nails on this hand long just because I want them to be long. My other hand can have my little regular basic length. And then when my burn heals, y'all, I'm gonna go all out extravagant, super long for no reason. This is a medium sanding band, and this is going to just create a and also start sealing the cuticle area, sealing and blending. Get that started. cone bit to seal the cuticles. Cone, like ice cream cone. Okay, so first I'm going to wipe them off with some alcohol. Get all that dust out of my cuticle area and off the nail. This is acetone, and this is just going to get rid of those scratch marks, any scuff marks on the nail. So I'm gonna do a clear top coat. Do my thumb first. I'm gonna let that cure for a couple seconds before I do the rest of the nails. Okay, so I just flash cured that for 15 seconds, and then now I'm going to polish the rest of them and not flash cure them, but cure them all the way. Okay, y'all, so I'm going to cure these for a full 60 seconds, and then I'm going to show you guys the glow. It's a little sunny in my room right now because I got the window open, but I'm going to kind of crack it so that you guys can see the glow in full effect. And now I feel so much better about my life. Oh my gosh. My nails are done. This is my first time doing my nails this year, y'all. I haven't done my nails all year. This is crazy. I feel so much better. Now I got them on. Before I was even done with the first hand, before I even started the live, I was already clicking and clacking and pointing and talking crazy. So I'm ready. All right, y'all. Let me turn off the well, not turn off the light. Close the window. A little bit darker in here. Here we go, y'all. Glow nails. A little bit dark in here. It's dark enough for them to kind of glow a little bit. Yay. All right, y'all. I don't like colors. You guys know I love just a plain white, sheer white, milky white, or like even just a silver glitter or a white glitter or holographic. Like, you guys know I like one color. I don't like doing all this extra shit on my nails. But yeah, when I go from one thing, which was not having nails for weeks, I always go the extreme opposite when I'm ready to put my nails on, or when I do something. I may do white for like 2 months, and then I'll pop out with some neons or some pastels, or I'll do neons for like a month, and then I'll do pastels the next. So I'm not really a big fan of using all these colors. I like something plain, but for the sake of, the website and being my own model, X, Y, and Z, I do step out of the box on my own nails. So there is my sculpted set, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's never too late to share the live. Thank you for all of you who have been allowing me to share my lives, like in the nail groups and all that. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys, and all that good stuff. So I have so much work for the new year. It's been hectic, so I am going to finish my other hand. I'm actually going to do crystals on this hand. I'm going to do this hand matte. I know, right? It's going to be something like this. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, my pinky is just acting stupid today, but it's going to be something like this. Boom. And then matte, but these matte nails are going to have pretty crystals on them. So I'll see you guys later. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. I know this hand is short. That's what I'm looking at right now. But please subscribe if you haven't already. And check me out on YouTube. And make sure that you check us out on ctones.com. And don't forget that if you purchase a 400 gram of clear, this is almost a pound. So if you order a 400 gram of see-through clear or bigger, which is our 1.5 pound container, you get this for free this weekend only. No coupon code necessary. Just add the clear to your order, and once we see the order, 400 gram or 1.5 pounds, we will throw this in for free. So this weekend only. But thank you guys so much again for watching. God bless you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. Yeah, God bless.